You are about to enjoy an It Takes Three Network podcast.
Welcome back to Let's Talk OC, an OC podcast. I'm Michelle.
I'm Liz.
And this week we are joined by one of our lovely patrons all the way from Australia, Kirli.
Hello.
I love it, the accent.
Not even that.
Hello.
I'm just so excited that this podcast has connected us with so many cool
Around
people.
the world.
I know. It's really awesome. Like, it's Tuesday night here. It's 7:30 p.m. in New York, and Kirli, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday at 11:30 a.m.
Oh, goodness.
She's in the future, or we're in the past.
We're in the past and she's in the future.
All right, but as promised, we are starting our character episode. So this was requested by many of our listeners. So we have 6 of these lined up.
I'm really excited.
I'm so excited. So first up tonight is Liz and I's favorite, and I'm assuming Kirli too, Marissa Cooper.
Definitely.
So I want to know, Kirli, before we get into Marissa, what made you choose Marissa?
I don't know. I think from day one, I just loved her so much. And as much as I love Seth and I love Ryan and everybody else, I just really just can spend my days talking about Marissa. So I thought, let's pick Marissa. And
Yes,
I think with
same.
you guys loving her as much as you do, it will make for a really fun chat, I think.
Yes,
I agree
we love Marissa Cooper.
so much. And I never thought I would say that, ever. I've said that I'm like a broken record, but I never thought I would say this.
I know.
7 years ago.
7 years ago. Yeah. Okay, so Marissa Cooper, as we know, was portrayed by Misha Barton. Her first appearance was in Season 1, Episode 1, The Pilot. Her last appearance was Season 3, Episode 25, The Graduates.
Yes. Great episode.
Yeah. She was in a total amount of 76 episodes.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yep. Her relationships, she dated Luke Ward, Ryan Atwood, Alex Kelly, DJ, the lawn guy, and Kevin Volchak.
Yeah. What a history.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, ladies, out of all of those boys, who is your favorite relationship for Marissa?
It has to be Ryan, surely.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I really like
hesitation
Alex. I loved Alex and Marissa's relationship, but I don't think they were like endgame.
No.
But I did enjoy Marissa and Ryan together. Yeah. You have to pick Marissa and Ryan.
Right. I'm just
Definitely not
curious.
going to pick Volchuk.
I know, Ant might, right?
Ant might pick Volchuk.
No, I don't think he would. All right. So as you guys know, every week we had our ice cream correspondent, Mike, Del_Vasto on Instagram. He provided an ice cream flavor that matched every episode. Well, he's continuing that with our
Love
characters.
it. Love it.
So for Marissa, he chose Haagen-Dazs Rocky Road Ice Cream Bar.
Bar.
He says, during the ice cream bonus episode, I picked Neapolitan because like the ice cream, Marissa has multiple layers, which is so true, and I still believe that. But I also like to think of her as an ice cream bar because what you see on the outside isn't what you get on the inside with Marissa.
Oh.
I know. There is a harder outer shell of chocolate and almonds, and the inside is fluffy marshmallow and chocolate ice cream. She is like an oatmeal raisin cookie. At first you think you're getting a chocolate cookie, but upon biting it, you realize it's not.
Yes. That is so funny. And when we get into like the bagels portion, that's funny that he just said that. Yeah.
And I think this describes Marissa. On the outside, you think she's the all-American girl. She's popular. We assume she does well in school. She's social chair. I'm surprised they didn't have her as a cheerleader as well.
Right? That would have made sense.
Her boyfriend is captain of the school's sports team. Her dad is rich, and she gets everything she wants. In one of the early season 1 episodes, she shows Summer her new purse, and Summer even says, "Did your dad ever say no?" Or so that is what we are led to believe in the beginning. But as we get to know her and the story goes on, we see there are big cracks in her perfect life. And on the inside, it's not so picture perfect as the outside is. So the harder outer shell, I love Mike. He's just so in-depth.
I love it.
Of the ice cream bar is the picture-perfect life we think Marissa has. But as we crack it open, we see there is something softer and different in the inside.
Oh, my God.
Also, I like the comparison to an oatmeal raisin cookie because when I was a kid, I didn't like them as much. And as I got older, I learned to appreciate the cookie and like them now.
Yes.
This fits perfectly with my feelings towards Marissa. I wasn't the biggest fan of her until this rewatch, and Let's Talk OC shedding some light on Marissa's character and making her really likable. Also, the same is true for Ryan, but the opposite. At first, you think he's this troubled teen who is bad news. Chino, ew. As the show progresses, we see how Ryan isn't like people would have thought he was based on where he came from. I think this show really drives home the point you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
So beautifully said. As always.
Thank you,
I
Mike.
love that point with the oatmeal raisin. So true.
Yeah.
That was great. And honestly, I feel like where can I get this Rocky Road ice cream bar?
I know.
Because I really enjoy Rocky Road. This sounds really good.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get into a little bit about Marissa. Let's discuss her highs and lows from each season. So let's start with season 1. Kiralee, what would you think was Marissa's high of that season?
So I've spent the last couple of days making a lot of notes. And they've been thrown all over the place every time I have a new thought or I watch a different episode. But I think her highs from season 1 are her showing her maturity, especially around her dad, and then especially around Teresa.
Yes.
Obviously in the finale when she says to Ryan, I know what you have to do. This doesn't mean I don't want you to stay.
So great.
And then I think Ryan is obviously a huge high. And then I also wrote down her, she wears a heart on her sleeve. So in the model home where she's, all about her eye contact with Ryan, handing over the CD. And then in the first episode at the fashion show when she walks to the end of the runway and she kind of sees Ryan in the crowd and is just beaming that he's there. She's kind of just putting it all out there and she's just being an authentic human.
Yes.
So
totally
well
great. Great points.
I actually, since we rewatched the pilot, I've since then been rewatching the OC and I actually just finished season 1 finale tonight, which destroys.
Wow.
Like, absolutely. You cannot watch that episode and not cry.
No.
But the part you were talking about where Marissa, tells Ryan, I know why you have to do this and I don't hold this against you.
She understands. She's so mature.
She's so mature.
It's if someone that age would never say that.
No.
Never.
No.
They're like, oh, you think you got a girl pregnant? I get what you have to do. No, you would never say that. You would be like, this is ridiculous. Stay with me. You're with me. Yeah. Hard.
What'd you have, Liz?
I had, for the character, her highest, in my opinion, I think was when she got out of Julie's home because it was a very volatile relationship and she moved in with Jimmy. And during that time, she was with Ryan. I feel like that was her highest of season 1. Just like those 2 points, which are kind of simultaneously happening.
Yeah, they go hand in hand, for sure. I also thought that one of her highest moments was standing up to Julie. So kind of what goes to you. So you both said, especially everything that happened in TJ.
Right.
And then having to go to therapy.
Right.
And then kind of the intervention that happened Ryan really helped her with that. But her saying, I don't want to live with you. I want to live with Dad. And I really appreciated that.
I think she needed to get out of that toxic household. They were butting heads, and her and Jimmy are very similar.
Yeah.
So it was better for her to get out of there, have a more normal, realistic lifestyle, and then have a boyfriend at that time, too, where you guys can, lean on each other. I felt like that was her highest point of season 1.
Yeah. Low points. Kiralee, what do you have?
Oliver, obviously. And then I think her relationship with Luke, and obviously that leads to Holly, and then to his relationship with her mum, and then TJ, and then I guess also Jimmy to some extent because of his actions in the beginning. In the beginning. Right.
That kind of spiraled it all. From that
threw her
moment.
all into turmoil, and it all just stemmed from that.
Right, yeah. That's what I had. I had her parents breaking up, which then spiraled into her going to TJ. That day finding out your dad is not going to be living in your house anymore, and then your boyfriend cheats on you. That's like the ultimate low. And then with your friend, which causes you to not want to feel anything, so you get so obliterated that you could have died. You didn't want to feel anything. So that was my absolute lowest point for her, was the spiral of going from the parents to the boyfriend cheating to the drinking, and then that was it.
Right.
And then Ryan like lifting her up.
Literally
lifting her up.
Yeah. I know. I wrote down, because TJ obviously, but also just believing in Oliver.
Right.
I really can't hold that against her, because Marissa's one who just wants to believe in people.
The good in people.
And be there for people, like help the wounded.
Right.
And not hold it against you. So, but that whole Oliver situation, which we love Oliver. I can't deny that.
Yeah, we love to hate him.
Yeah, of the
it's
episodes,
crazy.
But her just believing in him and then finding out, oh my God, Ryan was right the whole time.
Such a letdown that you couldn't trust yourself, your judgment in someone.
That's exactly what it is. It's not trusting your own judgment.
Yeah. And so finding out that this person who your partner has been telling you over and over and over again, they're not good news, they're trying to break us up, something bad is happening here. And then your ex-boyfriend to come and be like, you should listen to your boyfriend because something wrong is happening here. And she was like, no, he's a good kid. He's just troubled. And yeah, he was a troubled kid, but she got involved too deeply with him.
Yeah. On to season 2. Kiralee, what do you have for Marissa's highs?
I have her relationship with Alex.
Yes.
And then in all of my seasons, my high always includes Ryan. So I've also thrown Ryan and their relationship. I think when Alex got a little bit jealous towards the end of that little segue, I think the fact that Ryan was still there for her, still wanted to help her, and she kind of seeked comfort in him almost instantly. I think that Ryan will always be Marissa's person.
Yes.
Right.
And
I had the exact same high.
Did you?
Yeah. I said, for me, Marissa's feelings for Alex, but then, however, she was always still pining for Ryan. And so then they built something more, a deeper connection after being apart and then seeing each other with other people. And so being with Ryan again, I felt like was her high of the season.
I was just going to say, when Julie sees Alex in the kitchen and says, Marissa's only ever been in love once and he looks different in a wife beater, I think even then Alex kind of knew, everybody knew.
Right, everyone knew.
Get there herself. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it on the little darker end of it. It's more, it has to do with Ryan and how she saved his life when she shot Trey.
Yes.
High moment for like the audience watching this person go down, but it's really shitty for her.
No, but I mean, really knowing that where Ryan was going to go and saved his life. I mean, we've had this discussion where we really thought Trey was probably
he would have killed him.
Yeah.
So she did save his life.
Yeah. Okay. Lows, Kiralee.
Number 1 is Trey. He's also on the top of my least favorite character list just because of the whole arc that he brings. He makes Ryan question himself. He makes Marissa become really vulnerable and, act behind Ryan's back with Trey. I think he just opens up too many issues. And then I have Jimmy again because it's Jimmy and he can't really keep it together for any longer than 3 or 4 episodes.
Yep.
And then I also have the pool scene in the pilot, not the pilot, in the first episode of season 2 when she has a bit of a meltdown with Julie. So
yes, great
so
moment.
Good.
Yeah.
So good.
What do you have, Liz?
I had, I put really hard next to it. Michelle and I were discussing this a few hours ago, and I was like, I struggled with finding my absolute lowest point for her. But I put being assaulted by Trey was just the cherry on the sundae to an incredibly shitty year. First with Ryan leaving, then trying to be okay with Alex, and then thinking it was getting better when she sort of reunited with Ryan, and then the whole Trey thing happened. So it was just like that was the end of the whole, but yet going into season 3, that was the beginning of really which obviously we'll get to.
Right.
The turmoil of Marissa. So
yeah.
Trey.
Really.
I
mean, I had that too, just her struggle and having to keep what happened with Trey to herself.
To herself for a while. Yeah.
And that was so heartbreaking to watch and hard to, I just felt for her.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It was really
Trey's
awful.
The worst.
He is the worst.
Ugh. I hate Trey. All right, moving on to season 3, which unfortunately is her last season.
Right.
But Carolee, what do you have for her highs?
I think she kind of came into her own. I think Berkeley is on my list because I think it set a goal for her, and even if it was with Ryan, I think she's able to really pursue that. I think Caitlin coming back was good for her. I had, what else? And I had Ryan, obviously, because in the end, she died in Ryan's arms. So
Right.
Yeah.
I like that you added Caitlin.
Yeah.
I did too.
Because that brings more of that family relationship, someone else to lean to, someone else to understand, our parents are shit. We need to band together and stay together. So I like that you added that. And I had friendship between her and Ryan at Berkeley. I loved that whole scene where they went there and they were talking about her being Ryan's ex, and they were totally cool with it. And she just sat there and just dealt with it, and then turning her life around before graduation.
Yep.
She's like, I know who I am now. I'm going to go be with my dad and figure some things out.
Yeah. I had pretty much what you girls said, graduating high school and then becoming close with Julie and Caitlin, just leaving on that good note.
On the good note, yeah.
And just really coming into herself because it was a hard season, a hard year for her.
Definitely.
All right, her lows of season 3.
Lots of lows.
So many lows. I have 3 points, and one of them I know the reaction I'm going to get from the both of you because I know how you feel about Johnny.
Oh.
But I had Trey, which obviously led into her having to change schools, go to Newport Union, be introduced to this new group of people. And then obviously that leads to Johnny, and that leads to his death, and that leads to a spiral that leads to Volchuk, that ultimately leads to her death. It all kind of stems back to season 2, back to Trey, back to all of it. And yeah, it was just a very sad ending.
It was a very sad ending. But you're right. It all stems from Trey. If he didn't have to come into their lives again, stir up everything, then assault her, then her having to shoot him, then she wouldn't have gotten kicked out of school. It all just spiraled from there.
Yeah.
And I put, while dying may be the lowest, emotionally her lowest was her struggling after Johnny died, which was a continuation of Trey. And then her relationship with Summer and her mother was deteriorating, and then dating Volchuk. So that whole it was a whole spiral from Trey again.
Yeah. It's hard to choose one thing because it is a giant spiral.
It's a giant
you can say dating Volchuk because that led to her death, but she wouldn't have dated Volchuk if it wasn't for Johnny, if it wasn't for Trey, if it wasn't for XYZ. And then we could even go further of
she never met Ryan.
If Jimmy didn't lose all the money.
Right. You can go back pretty far.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah. So Marissa had some iconic moments on this show.
Sure did.
And I feel like when you talk about the OC and you talk about Marissa, people have certain scenes that just...
That's Marissa Cooper.
Marissa.
Yeah.
So I pulled out on Instagram. So a couple of the answers were the screaming moment with Julie by the pool in season 2. Ooh, I don't know, Carolee, if you heard that big bang. Did you hear it bang?
I did.
Oh, you did?
That was a really big bang.
All the guys upstairs. I don't know what they're doing.
And they're trying to chase the dog, maybe?
Maybe. Anyway, overdosing in TJ, shooting Trey, and Tish said anytime she mentions Marissa to anyone, this is the moment they speak about. Dying.
Oh, yeah.
Marissa at the lifeguard tower. And then Lexi said that she always resonated with her maturity and loved the way Marissa wasn't scared to go after what she wanted. So her moment is Marissa kissing Ryan on the Ferris wheel. It's so iconic because she showed all teens out there that girls can make the first move, and she was falling for Ryan and she wasn't going to lose him because of some stupid fight. Jess said when she wasn't threatened by Teresa.
Oh, love it. Love it, love it.
And Alicia said standing at the end of the driveway.
Oh, yes.
So Girls, what is your most iconic moment for Marissa?
You can go first, Kiralee.
I have a couple.
Okay,
some
great.
of them have already been mentioned. Exposing Julie and Caleb on the boat in season 1.
Oh my God,
good.
savage!
So good.
Yeah, straight for the stage, straight for the microphone, and let's lay it all out for everybody to see.
So good.
Obviously shooting Trey to save Ryan, the pool meltdown, the lifeguard tower, the season 1 finale when she's on her balcony just downing the straight vodka.
Oh yeah.
When she goes to Jimmy's going away party and she rides with DJ and she's really drunk and she ends it with, I'm the daughter of a thief and a slut. How did you expect me to end up?
Yes, I loved that. I loved that.
And then I have the I love you, thank you with Ryan on New Year's, and then the Ferris wheels with Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
all
so
great
good.
moments.
So good. I have chills.
Me too.
I love Marissa so much. So freaking good.
I have chills too.
Liz, did you have a favorite?
I picked Marissa screaming and throwing the chair into the pool. That's when I think of Marissa Cooper, that's what I think of. But I love everyone else's answers because they all, embody her so much. So
yeah, I also had that moment.
you did.
Too. Yeah. Marissa is also known for her fashion.
She sure is.
So she had some memorable fashion moments, whether they were good or bad. I know we talked about her newsy
hat. Yeah.
Yeah. Kiralee, do you have any fashion moments that stick out to you?
My favorite fashion moment is her Chanel prom dress from season 3.
Same.
She looks so good in that.
She's just stunning. I also really liked the season 3 promo outfit that she was in when they're on the beach, and she has the long necklace on with I think it's like a burgundy dress.
Gorgeous.
But iconic Marissa is a flowy skirt, a polo top, and pointy flaps. That is
yes,
her.
that is
iconic.
Sentence. Yes. Absolutely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Liz,
I had a nod to season 3 Marissa hair because we always talked about that. I mean, she had great hair from day 1 to the last day, but I loved that. And my favorite Marissa outfit, it might have gone under the radar. Maybe people didn't really put this as their favorite outfit, but I love the band t-shirt with the crimped hair at the Rooney concert.
That's right. That's a season 1 outfit.
That's my favorite outfit.
It's so good.
With her eyeshadow was so beautiful. She just looked like so cool, so hip at the Rooney concert. Rooney! And just like the crimped hair, that was so big.
Yeah.
So big. I just loved it.
I also have to give a nod to season 1 New Year's, her black dress.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She was like her. It was low cut.
I know, but it was gorgeous, and her hair was pulled back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the flowy skirt, the pointed flats, the polo shirt,
That's
her low-rise
Marissa.
jeans,
Her hip bones for days.
right.
They're out in the breeze.
collarbones for days.
She's got such a long torso that those like low cut jeans just kept going down, and then there's those hip bones, which are
In
gorgeous.
the season 1 finale, she wore these white low-rise, almost flared white jeans, and they're so low. I'm like, how does one sit?
How does her butt not come out? When she was sitting, her butt crack must have been out when she was sitting down.
I'm not even going to lie. That's what I was thinking about.
Which you feel the breeze. Don't you want to
feel
pick
the
it up?
breeze.
You want to pick it up.
I know. Yeah. Kiralee, do you have an ultimate favorite quote by Marissa?
Oh, favorite quote. I think I just really love the I love you and thank you quote. I think it's
So cute.
she handled it so well. I mean, not so much at the beginning, but when he came to the party and he ran in, he's like, I love you. And she's like, she could have taken it anyway. She could have been like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you said it back to me or whatever. But she's like, thanks. And
right. She's so relaxed.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. She's just happy to go with the flow and have some fun, I suppose, with it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So good.
I love that. I had maybe some people just get lost
Oh.
because I feel like that's the epitome of life, right? You just get lost sometimes. And I feel like everyone on this show has been lost at some point. And then her like thinking she knows herself, but then you don't. And it's just like, I loved that whole quote. And that was in the last season she was in. And
Yeah.
she's like, well, what if you just get lost? Like, people get lost all the time. And I'm like, yes, that's so perfect for Marissa.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I had in season 3, episode 2, The Shape of Things to Come, she says this to Dean Hess. She says, I'm proud of what I did, and I do it
And I do it again. That's a meme.
That's a meme.
It's a GIF. It's
that
everywhere.
Is a mood. That is a vibe that I remember when we talked about that, Liz, and we were obsessed with this moment.
Obsessed.
And it just stuck with me. I'm like, yes, girl. Yes, Marissa. And the way she just is like, nope, I'm proud of what I did.
Yeah, she's like, and I do it again. Fight me on it.
No question. So good.
Yeah, because he's such a prick.
Oh, yeah. He's
I hate him
terrible.
so much.
Awful.
Yeah, if I haven't expressed it enough.
Okay, so just for funsies, if Marissa was an emoji, which emoji do you think Marissa would be?
This was hard for me.
Carolee?
I chose, and I think it's going to be really cliched. I chose the red high heel. I think it's classic. It's understated.
Love that.
I think it's very Marissa. And that's actually a theme in my other fancy questions as well.
Love it.
I love that.
I almost went fashion with like an accessory, but I did the smiling face with the sunglasses. Like, cool as a cuke, yo.
Yes.
That's what I was like. That's Marissa. Always cool.
So Ant and I had this discussion because I was curious how Ant would answer these questions. We both said the same emoji.
Really?
So I went with it. This was my gut feeling. It was the kissy face emoji.
The kissy face.
Like just the one that's giving the little kiss
Just
to
the
the
one
side.
kiss.
Yeah. And I was like, I feel like she would just be like, you know.
She's like, cool.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. That's
I
what
love
chose.
it.
All right. If Marissa was a bagel,
This was
what
hard
kind of
too.
bagel would she be?
Again, went with a classic theme and just went with cream cheese. Just very simple, understated, always great.
Mm-hmm.
And is that a plain bagel and cream cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's a good
don't have
choice.
a lot of bagel toppings here, so it's really hard to deviate from a
Oh, I
sesame
see.
or a plain.
So like
Yeah.
everything is plain.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liz?
This question really made me want to have a bagel. I put, this was hard. LOL. This is what my notes say. This was hard. Was toying with an everything because 1, that's my favorite. 2, she definitely has a lot going on. But I settled on something maybe not everyone thinks or loves at first, which was a pumpernickel bagel.
Okay.
Did you pick this?
No, first off, I have to interject here because I had the same thought process.
Really?
Everything is my favorite. So clearly, and she has a lot going on.
Right.
But then I chose a sunflower seed bagel because not everybody realizes they like it.
I love a sunflower
So do
seed
I.
bagel.
What kind of spread did you choose?
Oh, I mean veggie cream cheese because that's my favorite.
I chose butter. I think you probably
yeah.
have some butter on that, like a toasted.
A toast.
sunflower
Well,
seed
Michelle's big. I don't know if you guys know this about Michelle. She's a big toaster. So when I get a fresh bagel, I will never toast it. But Michelle, she'll toast it until it's
Dead.
dead meat.
Like
Dead.
You could crack something with how
Yes.
hard it is.
And then she puts her
Like
her schmear on there.
Yeah.
But I just said pumpernickel is like a more sophisticated everything. And I was like, she's a more sophisticated everything. That's what Marissa is to me.
That's how I feel. That's why I chose sunflower seed. It's pretty plain. It's not for everyone.
Right.
And it could take you a while to get into it, but once you
Once
love
you
it,
do, you love it.
it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone, though. And it's same with Mike's answer.
Yes.
And that's why I loved when he said the oatmeal raisin thing, because at first you're like, wait, is that a chocolate chip? Okay, you eat it. You're like, wait, I'm not into this. But then the more you have it, you're like, no, I like it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So perfect.
And then if we were sorting Marissa at Hogwarts, which house do you think she would be in?
This is very
Carolee.
controversial, but I have never got into Harry Potter. I've never seen the movies and I've never read the books, so I don't know.
That's totally cool.
fine. Yeah. Liz,
I picked Hufflepuff.
I picked Gryffindor.
You did. I was toying between Hufflepuff and Gryffindor. And then what I did was I Googled Marissa Cooper sorted, and 2 websites picked Hufflepuff. And I was like, oh, I feel confident in my answer now. But I understand why you picked Gryffindor. I just picked Hufflepuff because I feel like she's more like emotionally charged and like everybody's friend, and
It's true. She's everybody's friend.
low stress level. But also I get Gryffindor because she's also a powerhouse too.
And she goes above and beyond to help people.
Right. And
So-
she's an overachiever.
She is. And she's pretty brave, too.
She's very brave.
Yeah. But those are just our
funsy questions.
Our funsy questions for the end of the Marissa segment. Kiralee, do you have any questions or any more comments about Marissa before we wrap up?
I don't think so. I think I have covered all of my notes.
I just want to know how you got into the OC.
I think it was just, we had to change networks really quickly when it first started in Australia, and it was on really late at night on one channel and then got moved to like a prime time slot on a different channel right in the middle of, I think it was the summer holidays. And so obviously when people don't have anything to do during the holidays, they're watching TV. And I didn't start watching it until the episode where they go to TJ. Yeah, I really
that's the one to come into.
Yeah. And then I can safely say that I have been obsessed with it ever since. Obsessed.
So good.
Yeah.
I was still. No, I was just gonna say, like, it's still. I don't know why it surprises me, but like the more I watch it, the more I cry, even though I know what's happening.
Well, yeah, I get that way with television too. Even though you've seen it a million times, you know how that character ends up and the path they're going to take. And you just, at that moment, you're in that moment with them. And you're like, yes, you just feel so many things.
Yeah. Kiralee, I'm sorry to cut you off. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say that my love for the OC is so known amongst my friends. I was talking to a friend yesterday about writing my notes, and she's like, you don't need notes. You can talk about the OC until you're blue in the face. You don't need to worry about that.
It's good to have a guideline, though.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, because there's so much we could say about Marissa that we haven't already said in the last 2.5 years on this podcast.
Yeah.
So we wanted to just kind of hone in on certain aspects that maybe we didn't cover or that we wanted to highlight more. So
yeah, I'm just because I'm curious for another OC lover. When you rewatch the OC, do you go in order or do you choose certain episodes?
I think it depends on how I'm feeling. So last night when I was rereading all of my notes, I really just wanted to watch The Heights and watch Ryan and Marissa on the Ferris wheel. And then I get sometimes like I want to watch a particular scene or kind of follow a particular storyline. But then there's also days where I'll just like, you know what, I'm just going to start from the beginning and see how far I get before I need a break. And that usually is somewhere in season 3, usually after the episode where Ryan and Marissa dance to Forever Young. I tend to stop after that because I know that it's very downhill from there and it doesn't really get better. So
if you had to rank the seasons, what would you rank?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Just that chronological order.
Yeah. Actually, we got an email from Chris. So I'm glad you asked that to Kiralee Liss. One of our listeners, he wanted to know how we rank the seasons. And so off mic, Liss and I were talking, like, we definitely talked about this, but
yeah, maybe not officially, but I know like each season we have kind of ranked up what we think we like the best. And
so Kiralee's choosing 1, 2, 3, 4. Liss,
my gut was 2, 1, 3, 4, but also I appreciate 1, 2, 3, 4 because of nostalgic purposes, like starting from the beginning, learning all the characters, and then going to 4. But I think as we watched on this podcast, we said 2 was before number 1, which is like funny now. I'm trying to think like all the way back to season 2 of what we even watched and discussed. But I feel like 2, you're getting down to more of like development of characters, and then 1 for nostalgia, then 3 for just heaviness, and then 4 for just kind of not needing to really be there for some of it. The first part, as we've said on multiple occasions, it was necessary. We needed to have the fallback of what happened with Marissa and get the development of our characters. But then towards the end with all the silly stuff, didn't really need that.
Right. Yeah. As I said, and Atlas pretty much summed it up for me, it's 2, 1, 3, 4. Just for character development, knowing these characters. And I enjoy the Alex storyline. There's parts of me that really enjoy Zach.
Me too.
Atomic County. I really like that.
Atomic County comes then too.
Yeah.
Right.
And just 4, we were really excited for it. And I don't think on this rewatch that I'll go and rewatch that. 1, we just did it. And 2, besides Chrismukkah.
Right. Chrismukkah is the greatest episode of 4. Or
Yeah.
even maybe in the series. Hey, we'll see.
We'll see.
Do you
Right.
think when you watched the Chris Micker episode in season 4 for the first time, did you think that when they were at the airport we were actually going to see Misha Button, or did you know that they weren't going to fulfill that?
I wish I remembered. I think I knew deep down that
she
it
wasn't coming
wasn't,
back.
but
Yeah.
I so was hoping for like a CGI
Something,
face
yeah.
or something that it was just going to be her. But I knew because I read the forums and I was online at the time that
Yep.
Misha was off. She did not want to be a part of
Right, yeah.
the
It's
show
hard for me to
anymore.
remember. I feel like I was like, no. And then, of course, it's not her. And I
Right,
was like,
because you
okay,
watched it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But watching in real time, I was like so hopeful. I was like, oh my God, please, please.
Right? Just like come back for one cameo appearance.
Just
like a-
one. Just one.
Just
right?
one.
Just one little cameo. I mean,
Just
they could
one.
show her picture.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there was hope that maybe she would be there, but
Yeah.
they tricked you.
Yeah. But thank you again so much, Kiralee. We so enjoyed talking with you and
Thank
taking
you
the
so much
time
for having
to
me.
Yes.
be with us. And we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Kiralee.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good night.
We hope you guys enjoyed our chat with Kiralee on
We sure
Marissa.
did.
I know. We loved it.
Yeah, it was really
It
good.
was so good. But before we end this week's episode, I wanted to shout out and read two of our listeners' top and bottom favorite characters. So I'm going to start with Mal at Malstagram. She sent in her top and bottom favorite characters. And she writes, Mal's chaotic mess of a top 5 and bottom 5. Top 5 in order.
Oh, okay.
So number 1 is Summer, my number 1 forever.
Wow.
Number 2 is Julie,
Nice.
Queen. 3, she put a 4 above. Look
Do you read
Okay,
three?
Mal. So if I'm going to read this wrong, I apologize because in the third spot.
She put 4 before 3.
Yeah, you put 4 before 3, but I'll just read 4, Marissa, my baby. 3, Ryan, this man controls my tear ducts.
Yes.
Number 5 is Sandy. Season 3 was rough, but that is my father forever.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions in order. Seth. Seth is a piece of shit, but I love that kid with my whole heart.
Love it.
7 is Taylor. Deep down, Taylor is probably like my number 2 or 3, but we didn't get enough of her.
So true.
8 is Luke. He had so much potential. Hashtag Rook forever.
Rook.
Number 9 is Caitlin. Queen Jr. I'm going to make this weird and say Queen Jr. Number 10, Oliver. Mainly just because his 6-episode arc is my favorite streak of episodes in the series, 100%.
Oh, good. We're not alone.
I think there should be a character episode about him.
Oh.
I could talk about him forever.
We might have to have the therapist on for that one.
I know. I was thinking, should we do a villain episode?
Wow. We're just kind of getting away with
Let's
ourselves.
not go see. We'll never end.
Never end.
Okay, and then in alphabetical order, because you can't rank zeros. This is her
Oh.
bottom list. Caleb. I can't stand Caleb. He's a dick and treats everyone like shit.
Valid.
Carter. I just dislike everything about his story arc and what happens. Dean of Discipline. What a pointless, corny, one-sided villain.
Yes.
That's really funny. Frank. I hate how he was written to be Julie's love interest more than Ryan's dad.
Oh, so true.
So true,
So
Matt.
true.
And he's just so unlikable. I don't care about him at friggin' all. Jimmy, why are you the way you are? And his presence just gives me anxiety. Trey, every rewatch, I like Trey until he literally ruins everyone's lives. Fuck Trey.
You know who I feel? Jimmy's parents are Christopher's parents from Gilmore Girls. Like, those are his parents. They're, like, nasty. They want what they want. They have old money. And their kid's a screw up.
So true.
You know?
So
like,
true.
those parents, you could Photoshop them into this, and that would work out perfectly.
Yeah. She also included her favorite episodes. 1, the pilot, best episode of any show ever.
Whoa.
Number 2, The Outsider, the pool, cry emoji. Number 3, The Third Wheel, Luke, Rooney.
Yeah.
Number 4, The Countdown, come on, it's the best.
Yes.
5, The Rainy Day Woman, Spider-Man. Honorable mention, The Night Moves, The Nostalgia. And then she ranked the seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, but I still love 4.
Great.
This is really good. Thank you, Mal.
Well, 2 for 2 now. 1, 2, 3, 4 from our listeners.
Yes. Alicia at AAW315, she also sent her top 5 and bottom 5 characters. So top 5 is Ryan, Marissa, Summer, Seth, Sandy.
No surprise.
Worst, Trey, Jess, Lindsay, Rebecca, and Dean Hess.
Great picks.
Shit, I love Jimmy all the way.
Yeah.
Which,
yeah,
we get you, girl. But thank you guys. Keep sending, as long as we're going to do these episodes, if you haven't sent your top 5, bottom 5, send our way.
Yeah.
We'll read it, as soon as we get them on the following episodes.
Is it time for Patron of the Week?
It is that time.
It's Patron of the Week.
Patron of the Week.
It's Patron of the Week. Who will it be? It's Patron of the Week.
No surprise this week. Our patron of the week is our patron, Kiralee.
Kiralee.
What a wonderful interview with Kiralee. She's so sweet, and her love of Marissa really shined. It's so funny. Her friend said, "Oh, you don't even need notes. You could have just gone from right off your brain." That's how much she loves the show, and we really appreciate you entering, and we're so glad that you were able to be our first pick.
I know. So exciting.
Yeah, so we're really happy to have you, and thank you so much for all your continued support, and we hope that you take it into 2021 with us.
Yes, Kiralee. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everyone who listened, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy these next batch of bonus episodes. We're super excited.
Yeah.
Next week is Ryan. With our girl Tish, our trivia correspondent. So there'll be lots of I hope she does that with us.
Well, she has to. If you hear it now, Tish, you're saying it with us next week.
Warm up those vocalizers, girl. But we thank you so much for listening every week. And if you like what you're hearing and you haven't yet, please consider leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show grow. It helps it get seen. And you can rate us 5 stars because 5 is a great number. And we just truly appreciate it. If you have anything that you'd like to send us, any other questions, or just want to let us know how your day is going, you could send us a message on Twitter, Instagram, or Let's Talk OC. Or you can send us an email at letstalkoc@gmail.com. Our little home on the internet is ittakes3network.com. That's our Patreon. We have lots of cool perks on there, just like being a guest spot, just like Kiralee was tonight. We have behind the scenes. We have Topic Tuesday. You get the episodes up a day earlier. No ads in there. And you also get just a bunch of really cool people that you get to interact with.
Yeah, you'll have new friends.
So it's really great. And last but not least, we are so excited to announce that we are launching another fanfic contest, and the winner will receive a t-shirt of their choice from everythingtheoc.com. We did this a couple of years ago, and it was so much fun. You guys had a blast with it. We loved reading your fanfics. They were just so good. So if you're interested, this contest launches tomorrow, December 1st, and we're picking a winner on December 15th, and it's Christmaka themed. So all of the details will be at ittakes3network.com, or check out our Instagram at Let's Talk OC, and we cannot wait to read your fanfics. We'll be back next week with our Ryan episode.